some water. Oh, Sergio, get that out of my face, weirdo.
Are you trying to recast it in the show or not? I'm
trying to talk about some real shit. You want us to talk about bullshit. I want to talk about real shit. Can I talk about real shit? Some people came here on bikes once. They shot off fireworks and made fires. So exciting. HBO. New movie. Coming January 30th.
This is off the record, this one.
All right.
Okay, so anyway, BJ goes to jail. BJ ended up robbing the guy that robbed the armor car. They hit him for like $2 million. And he got to jail, got 20 years behind him. And he was in there, he started dating this girl who took the money and opened up a series of debt collection companies. All the way from Atlanta, North Carolina, Philadelphia, Buffalo, Syracuse area. And they opened up some clothing stores. And he was managing all these stores, all these, collection agencies, all this stuff from behind bars. The kid Toby got put on, and a lot of dudes because of BJ got put on, all these little former gangbangers.
Okay, begin.
So, yeah, I'm Nadia. We're here at Central Terminal. This here is, I don't know, I feel like this place is kind of symbolic to the city of Buffalo. When I come here, I get like a really sad feeling because this place, to me, it represents like what we used to be with our booming economy, this just magnificent building that in its heyday must have been just amazing. And now it's like rotted to shit. It's like breaking down and falling apart. If you look at like the windows over there, I mean, just imagine how many people pass through this place every year, every day, Now the city is falling apart, I'm on the streets. This place here, is a big place for the homeless, and there's a huge homeless population here, and it's difficult when it's so cold. We're working really hard. I'm an outreach worker to get them in and get them to services, but right now it's like, I don't know, it's falling apart.
So, tell us about these grain silos. You guys have both lived through your whole lives?
Yes.
Is that Cargill right over there?
Yeah, that's Cargill.
Tell us about Cargill, Mike.
That shit was fun. You gotta walk up like 12 flights of no stairs on like little half-inch fucking pieces of metal. It's not so bad though.
Yeah. And inside here we got this whole structure right here. Which one is this called? This is part of Silo City. It's all large vats, 100 feet tall. Various ones of them where the grain used to be stored. We're about to climb up to the top of this one right here. Just in time for the sunset. You guys ready?
Oh goodness, is this one for the climb?
Yeah. Guys, introduce yourselves.
My name is Mike.
Word.
Kiki.
Word.
Mo.
What part of town are you guys from?
West Side.
Word.
Yep, I live on the west side.
Yep.
Amherst.
All right. Let's go. You all right, Mo? All right. This is the first floor of our journey, as Carl Sagan would say. Look at that.
Whoa. Could you imagine having some kind of drug operation out of this shit? This could be, honestly, you know what this reminds me of? The Buffalo version of the Carter. Yeah, Nino Brown. Could you imagine?
Then you know how you start? You put the doors on backwards.
Doors on backwards, hinges out. Nice. Super secret. Alright. I don't know.
That's what you used to do in the spot back in the days. Put the doors on backwards so that way they can't, when you try to kick a bid, you can't kick a bid.
You ever see it? You ever see that happen?
You could take the hinges out.
I done cheered outside of spots when they couldn't get in. Like, like that.
This collection agency thing is cutthroat.
It is, and this got so much potential to show because it cuts through every aspect of society, every single one.
No, I'll show you some boys that...
That's the first job you can get when you get out of jail. Most of the dudes I know that get out get jobs at collection
Because they
agencies.
clean their money. I know boys is upstate because of this debt collection stuff. I know boys is in the ground because of this debt collection stuff.
Yeah, so I mean, this video, I mean, I want to make it a package for Jake and Wells and the producers, so that, you know, they don't just got the trips and talking to the people in person. They got a little bit of idea of how the show should look and sound, you know?
I'm talking about, I went to your house
Okay.
and your neighbor. Remember your neighbor?
Crazy
The guy on drugs would be up for
Crazy
fucking 3 days.
Steve,
Yeah, so I'm knocking on the door, and she used to live like up the top flight of the stairs.
Yeah.
And he comes out.
Across from each other.
But he comes out, yeah, and her apartment is across from the dude. He comes out and he looks down the stairs and he sees me at the door and he goes back in, but he thought I was like trying to break in or something. So Nadia comes and she opens the door and I go up. He said something about, people trying to break to my house or some crazy shit like that. And I go to the door to see what he's talking about, and he brings his dog, right? And he lets the dog go like it was supposed to sick me, and the dog turned around and went back into the house. And I started laughing. So when I start laughing, he get mad and he goes into the house and I hear and I'm like, oh shit. Like, so I go down this, I'm not trying to get trapped in the house. I run down the stairs and I get ready to run out the door, but I hear the window open up and the gun sticking out the fucking window. So oh, this motherfucker think I'm gonna run and he's gonna shoot. So boom, I'm looking at the door, the window, the door, waiting for the barrel to disappear. So if he comes to the door, I just run down the street. And I see a cop car coming. I say, okay, he gonna have to shoot me down in front of a fucking cop car. So when I see the cop, I didn't say anything. I just walk out the house. He didn't do nothing. Yeah. And that was that.
And then I remember Pablo showing up to my house on some random shit with a fucking AK.
I just wanted him to try that shit when I had something. That shit.
In a pair of freaking gym sweatpants and some shit.
Now I got a gun too.
And what did I say? I walked into my house to go wash dishes, and there was a fucking AK by my stove. And I looked at, Pablo! Get this shit the fuck out of my house! You have 5 seconds or I'm throwing it out the fucking window. And I opened the window, and I grabbed this shit. I was like, 5, 4. He's like, but hold on, 3. Hold on, I gotta get the pants. 2, where's the banana clip? 1. And he was out of the fucking house. Asshole.
Yeah, but
come to my house.
I didn't do anything. I just wanted to make sure I was safe.
No dirt.
I came to my friend's house. I wanted to make sure I was safe.
This place is crazy, man. But
Yeah,
back
but
in the days
like
of Hudson.
one of the things like right now you got what they call like gang members and shit like that, but they like charging 30, 40 kids with RICO and shit for being in gangs or just being in pictures or knowing somebody. And
Yeah, what happened with your boy's video?
what video?
The video you was talking about that they pulled up.
The funeral.
Oh yeah, for going to a fucking funeral. They use that as like evidence, a YouTube fucking video of a funeral. You know what I mean?
They use it as evidence in a case.
Yeah. You got people like with clean records.
Yeah.
Clean records never been fucking.
No privacy.
Yeah.
Privacy is gone.
But,
Now it's admissible.
and it's crazy because like they say you're free, but like it's to a point like right now where I don't even feel comfortable calling old time friends because I feel like I might get convicted just for calling, you know what I mean? Or anything I say using, so I'm like scared to use fucking phones. Yeah, like.
And you know all of it.
Yeah, and that's so crazy. Like, it's like almost like just like when they talk about fucking like in Germany, Nazi, like.
Well, you said with that raid the other day.
Yeah.
You got
like,
video
you
of
got
a raid where it was military.
Yeah, a nickel spot.
Yeah, a nickel spot,
Yeah,
military
nickel spot. Yeah,
for
it came with the
$5
fucking
weed.
military.
It's crazy.
That's.
Who, you told us you said somebody got convicted because they said something on the phone.
Nah, cause they'll use anything. Like
Give me a,
I had a friend. He just. I was in the courtroom. Like I heard it myself, not know hearsay, and he got charged with RICO, and the evidence was a phone conversation, and the phone conversation was, "I'm smoking a blunt, come through." And that was what they used to charge him with RICO. And the DA said, come through is cryptic talk for a drug transaction. When it's slang, like everybody is just like,
Come
yeah.
through. Where you
when
at?
he said
That's like,
I
where
couldn't
you
even
at?
believe, like, you know how many drug transactions I had then? Shit, you know, because I said come through and the whole neighborhood says come through, like anything.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
when I hear shit like that, like, and it is crazy because I don't even want to use a fucking phone.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to fucking, you're free, but I'm scared to use the phone because my slang could
Might get you locked up.
Yeah, my terminology,
As
the way
they're
I
illegally
talk,
listening
my
to
urban
every
dialect is a fucking conviction. You know what I mean?
Patriot Act,
Yeah.
RICO. Yeah. A lot of stuff going on here.
Yeah, but they just doing whatever they want to do.
Serge, you want to talk about the midnight bike ride?
It's about the time to slow your bike though.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Thanks for, dude, yeah, you like walked out of Squaw Island with me. It was like me and Sergio. I'm just like, fuck! Fuck! Damn it! Fucking little shits.
Meanwhile, like another 10 guys are going up to Riverside to like find the guy at his house.
Yeah,
And
it's like Frankie and like Jake Biondo. And
Oh, really?
fucking Dennis was there. Fucking.
I think I did hear about that.
Yeah.
But how did this dude even steal the bike in the first place?
I don't know. Well, I do know.
Because there were like 100 people there,
But
right?
that's what I'm saying. How did
Yo,
it?
there wasn't even that many people, dude. It was a smaller ride. There was maybe 100 at most. But fucking, I was rolling a blunt and I had like my bike or my back turned to my bike, and fucking
That's all it takes.
yeah, some little shit must have fucking walked off with it. I turned around like we smoked the blunt and I was like, "What the fuck is my bike?"
No. And then even Frank was like, "Yo, we're coming to fuck this guy up and get his bike. You
Yeah,
coming,
dude,
Serge?"
I felt so bad, dude.
and I was,
He's trying to mack it to this girl, and like
Yeah.
they were all sitting off on this rock, and I was like, "Yo, motherfucker!"
I was like, I'm too fucked up to fight anybody. I'm a sit with.
It was no good, dude.
So it was just like random kids not from the right?
It was this girl. She went to
girl.
Hutch Tech, dude. Rosalie Toff.
Not my ear.
She was. I don't know. I don't remember what year she was, but I guess it was her little fucking brother or some shit. Because I think it was Dennis was like, "Yo, I know where these kids live."
So you guys went
Or
to
no,
house.
it was some other little BMX kid came up to me and he was like, "Yo, I know where these kids live. Like, I saw them take your bike and I know where they're at, like, right now." And then everybody's like, "Word, like, we're over there." And I was like, "Yo, somebody brought me on her handlebars. Like, let's go." And Frankie's like, "Nah, you're just gonna, like, hinder it. They're probably already busting it up."
That's crazy.
So fucking, like, me and Sergio walk out of there and they go and fucking, they go over to the kid's garage or whatever. And fucking, I guess when they got there, like, they could, hear people talking in the garage and shit, lights were on.
What?
So they called out, like, fucking, like, Jake went to the back door, and there was, like, Frankie, Dennis, and whoever else was, like, up the front. And fucking, they were like, "Yo, we know you're in there, like, we know you got our boy's bike, like, just give us that shit back." And fucking the lights go off.
Oh my god.
So I guess fucking, like, Jake just bust in the door, and, like, Frankie went in, like, right after him, just fucking, like, yoking kids up and fucking decking them, and kids are crying, and
What were they? They were all like taking it apart.
yeah, they were busting it up, dude. They had some big-ass, silly fucking handlebars on it already, and, like,
That's so annoying.
yeah, it was a mess.
Yeah, but I did hear about that, and I did hear about getting it back. I was like, yes, finally a
Yeah.
win, a win.
So, me and Pablo were here. So, obviously, again, we're at the terrace on Paderewski Drive here. And the midnight bike ride is, 200 people in the summer get together at midnight on Sunday and ride their bicycles around. And not all of them are as experienced and savvy as Pablo here is. So to a lot of them, this is like a little trip into the hood. But, so one time, imagine here, 1 o'clock in the morning on Sunday, there's no one around. There were 4 cars over here, parked right around here on this corner, and 200 people on bicycles drinking and having, with fireworks to show up all of a sudden. Literally 200, enough to fill up this whole area with music and hula hoops and rave lights. and me and Pablo were drinking, our beers, looking at these 4 cars. And Pablo was like, "That's a 6-figure drug deal right now." and the cars are just kind of stopped. No one was moving for a while, for like nearly 20 minutes while we were here. and then they all sped away at the exact same moment. All four of them just drove away real quick, because the cops come after the midnight bike ride because we're making noise and stuff.
Blowing off fireworks and starting fires.
Someone left a Roman candle or whatever almost hit the building, set it on fire, which would have been not good, because a lot of them do like these places, having them around to explore. But yeah, one day I got to tell you guys about the Perry Projects incident when we went there on the midnight bike ride.
Damn, I missed that one.
Yeah, that's the one.
I wish I was there, man.
I got clocked in the head with a baseball bat.
I heard.
Yep.
I wish I was there for that one.
What was the deal with that one time where a lot of folks just got arrested all at once?
That was the week after the Perry Projects incident.
Oh God, the Perry Project was my
Is
last
that
No one
one.
like jumped in the pool. Is that?
Wait, what's the first time with the Perry Project? What's the Perry Project?
Oh my
Tell me.
God, that was my last one that year. I was so done with that. I was so done.
At the gas station on Perry, the worst projects in Buffalo, 200, drunk white college kids, for the most part, and 200 drunk black kids, actual kids, and then the ride started pulling away, but 20, 30 people always kind of get pull up the back because people have flat tires and stuff, and someone did something dumb, probably, and they just all came out and just swarmed us and tried to steal our bikes, and we were mad fucked up, and so they were all fucked up too. All the kids at the Perrys at like 3 in the morning were all fucked. So you got a bunch of awkward white people and a bunch of really angry black people, territorial black people. Something was gonna get something up, but the ride started leaving and people still had flats. So the last 50 people got swarmed by like 70 kids from the Perrys, and
Dude, it was Zach, my friend.
Yep.
Zach had a flat,
yeah.
and he said he was changing it. I wasn't on that ride. Fucking.
I did. I was there. I left right after.
I was about to, dude, but I passed out at like 10 o'clock, and I just.
Dude, it was such a ridiculous time.
But he said he was changing his flat, and some dude came up to him and just grabbed his bike frame, and he was like, no, dude, that's not how this works, and that was, I guess, the start of it.
Maybe.
That was out of control.
I don't think anyone knows how it started, to be honest. Could have been. It could have been.
So much simultaneously happening.
Yeah, it could have been people pissing on the projects and stuff.
Could have been a lie.
Literally. I was trying to get people to get out of there instead of stay and fight, because we'd be hopelessly outnumbered. It was 50 versus 30. And then just, one kid got a broken nose. I got clocked in the head with a big goose egg bruise. It was wild. One guy stabbed another kid from the other side. It could have gotten wild, even worse than that. Luckily, it did. When we caught up with the rest of the ride, I was pissed at them. Everyone that got left behind was pissed at people that sped up without waiting for the.
You guys were very lucky.
You got kids killing kids out here now.
Yeah, man, you in a war zone over there, drunk with 200 white people.
That's just like you got.
Okay, careful. This one is loose right here. I'll hold it steady for you, but. All right.
Hi, Ontario, Holloman Horn. Let's take a walk and I'll tell you the story about my life. I was a police officer for 20 years. I started in 1988. It was actually February 29th, a leap year. So my anniversary date was March 1st. And I was fired 20 years later, May 8th, 2008.
The reason they gave is because they said that I interfered with an arrest, but the true story is that I stopped police brutality. I stopped my coworker from choking a handcuffed man.
Okay, it was November 1st, 2006. There was a call of an officer in trouble, so I responded to that call. And my intentions was to go and help the officer.
Pretty much that day, Gregory Gregory Kwiatkowski was punching Neil Mack in the face. Neil Mack was handcuffed sideways and Greg was punching him in the face. And basically, I didn't do anything at that time because I didn't know what had transpired prior to me coming on the scene. And then after that, we got Neil Mack out of the house, past the fence, and Greg took him, put him in a chokehold. Greg just came down. He grabbed Neil Mack, crouched down, and started choking him. So I yelled to him, "Greg, you're choking him." And instead of him letting go, he just continued to choke him. And I grabbed his arm from around Neil Mack's neck, and then he came up out of the crouch position, came up and punched me in the face. So I had to have him bridge replaced. Then 2 officers, after he punched me in the face, I did go and try to hit him back. But when I tried to hit him back, 2 officers pulled me back, Ann Vanyo and Pasop Kobliak. And when they tried to pull me back, well, they did pull me back. When they pulled me back, I think that may have been when my rotator cuff was torn.
I'm staying on the road.
Watch your step. So we've made it up to what I believe is the 10th floor, fastest level. There are still a few more floors of tower up here. Great graffiti over here. Look at that.
Now what? Did you see the way they just looked at me? Want me to jump out? What the? What the? What?
Yo, you know it's crazy? I used to be doing shit like that too.
Oh my God, remember when we went porch shopping, me, you, and Kiko? For my apartment, I had no furniture. Let's go porch shopping. And they'd run out and just grab shit off of porches and hold them out the window while I'm driving home. I remember Kiko holding the biggest ass green lawn chair with like the high back that reclined and everything out the damn window. Oh shit, I still have some of those lawn chairs, the white ones. Man, I had like a whole collection. He's like, "Here, Nod." It was always Naudia.
It's not the same truck as before? No, it's not. Well, we already talked to the guys, so let me get a quick shot. I had a dream that Occupy Buffalo or Occupy whatever took over a grain silo like structure. It was like the movie Waterworld. The cops were coming.
You see just about everything up here.
Come here. Okay.
Can you make me something?
Look at the camera. Yeah, look at the camera. And tell them what you think about me not being a police officer anymore. What do you think about me getting fired?
I think it's stupid that they fired you. I think they just fired you because you didn't go by their rules.
And what were their rules?
Like, you gotta do whatever they say, and you gotta like act like a slave to them.
Okay, but sit up so you can look in the camera. Sit on my lap right here. Okay, so if you saw somebody choking somebody and do you think it would be okay to just let them choke them?
No,
Why not?
I would go snatch them off.
Why?
Because like you could kill somebody by choking them.
Okay. Well, they didn't think the same thing.
Right, how this here is Niagara Branch Library. They've tried to close that library down at least 5 times. I remember fighting for that library when I was like 6 years old on the news. Like, please don't take our library away from us. We have nowhere to go. You know, my mom was principal of this school here, school 3, so she'd bring all the kids over, you know, and they'd go and protest in front of the library and just remind them of who the library's for. I mean, they're just taking away a lot. You know, our schools are all kinds of messed up, the system, the whole curriculum.
In that case where they charged with the Rigo, like the kid, he's like 17, 18 years old when they killed the 14-year-old kid.
Yeah.
But the 14-year-old kid already had like 6, 7 bodies under his belt. I mean, this is the 14-year-old kid that already murdered 6, 7 kids already. But when he gets killed, the person that kills him is going to be a monster because he's only 14 years old, even though he was really the monster.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they even found, like, when they checked his body, found his cell phone, they got pictures of the kid with 2 guns, like this, 14 years old. But they're not really gonna talk about that side because all they want is a conviction right now.
Right.
I mean, so we're just gonna try to get this death penalty and keep that under the table. Just make it look monstrous so we can charge everybody in this case with. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there used to be a church right here that collapsed on its own.
Yeah, this used to be an Italian neighborhood. And then it became a Puerto Rican and Italian neighborhood. And then the Italians moved up to North Buffalo and then to Kenmore and then to Cheektowaga. So now it's real mixed out here. We have a huge refugee population that's coming to this area. That's just, this area is like a melting pot of Buffalo.
Yeah. Buffalo stories. Get fucked up.
Yeah.
Climb up shit. Deface some property.
Typical day in the life of.
Shoot the tower from here. I don't know if you guys.
Yeah, I was getting some of that. That fucking goes up forever.
Shit, man.
Look at all that tangled mess of steel and rust and doors.
Okay. Oh, where's my phone? I feel like I should take at least one picture.
Some of them Watch it. Watch your step.
Oh shit, yeah, it's fucking right there.
You did the same thing I did. You literally just did the same fucking thing I did.
Down in the hole.
Oh no.
Fucking A.
You really can't see the bottom of that.
Nah.
But that's the entire length of this building.
Oh,
You
yeah.
fell all the way down?
No, I didn't fall all the way down. I was like, whoop, and then I saw it and I stopped.
Oh,
like,
that
mid-air.
is not cool.
There we go.
Cool.
Let's do a little depth test here. Whoa. Deaded. Your ass would be fucking dead.
The arbitrator ruled that I was having disparate treatment, that I had disparate treatment from other officers. And then, you know, after this incident, they didn't give up. They brought me up on charges, and this is the result now. Me being fired and, you know, basically just going through all of the changes that I've gone through, just losing my pension 2 months prior to retirement. My time still is not corrected with the Buffalo Police, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. There's so much corruption going on in police departments all over. This is just one case. But I think that it's important for people to listen when an officer steps up and tells that police brutality is happening. Mm-hmm. It's not just the citizen, it's the officer who's putting their life, their livelihood and everything on the line. So people need to listen now. You know, Christopher Dorner's story is my story, except I chose not to resort to violence. But the point is, it's going on. Regardless of all of that, I don't wish bad on people. I just wish that I would get justice was due to me and my kids. Because, you know, they didn't just do it to me, they did it to my 5 kids. So that was 6 people that had to suffer from the lies.
So, how do you feel about that?
It was just crazy. Just my mother went from owning 2 houses, having cars, just not really having to worry about nothing. Now it's like she's struggling. It really hurt me to see her struggling like that, all because they want to lie and throw dirt on her name every chance they got.
You know, at Lakeshore Behavioral Health, I had a dude right here at the 7-Eleven who was overdosing a couple weeks ago. I was on my way to Home Depot, and I pulled up just in time for somebody to say, hey, you know, can I get, you know, he's dying, I need help. And I ended up giving him CPR. Like, he was already purple and stuff. I thought he was gone, but like the lady at the 7-Eleven, she didn't even want like me to help him. She's like, oh, they do this all the time, you know what I'm saying? Just leave him, just leave him. Like, if I would have left him in that car, he would have died, like, right there, you know. When the ambulance came, they said straight out, he was dead, like, he would have died. But it's crazy here, man. You know, there's a huge drug culture and a drug problem. It's a huge issue with poverty and abuse. You know, I work on the streets here as an outreach worker, so I'm on the streets all the time in my job. Navigating women into prenatal care, HIV, STD, pregnancy testing. But, you know, I'm here at 5 o'clock in the morning up on Grand Street, you know, looking for sex workers to get them tested.
Foot Ferry.
Oh, we're going to Foot Ferry here. Look at me. I'm talking, going the wrong way.
Keep talking.
But yeah, it's crazy. You know, what I see now, you know, I'm taking women to the STD clinic. I work with the highest risk women. And, you know, 95% of them have been severely traumatized, you know, through abuse, physical, mental, sexual abuse. You know, we got women with drug issues who are on the street who are just, you know, broken people. You know, they're so damaged. And they're using drugs to try to numb the pain. They lose everything, and then they're on the street. And then they have to sell themselves because that's all they have, you know, to get the drugs. And if I have a place to stay, and you know what I'm saying, then they're coming to me, battered and abused, and needing testing and needing treatment, you know, abused by life. You know, the city, there's so much poverty, there's so much anger. I call it, you know, violent ignorance.
I know boys that got bodied over this. Because you know they trade, you know debt is better than dope. You know that, right?
I'm learning.
If your man come home from the block and he trying to get back on his feet, you give him $10,000 worth of debt for $500. You give him, you know what I mean, $1 million worth of debt for short money.
There's a lot of violent ignorance going on in this area with the poverty. You know, we got rich people, corporations, and Wall Street and blah, blah, blah that have, you know, billions with a B dollars. So that means that, you know, for them to have that much, they have to realize that means that other people have very little and some have nothing, you know. And that's what the city is. It's a city of much that has now gone down to very little, you know, and people and our entire city is like falling apart. But then again, we also have a spirit in the city, you know, of survival. The people here are strong, and right now, as much as things are broken, you know, there's people that are working really hard to try to come together to fix those things. You know, Buffalo has a long and complex history.
Well, I know that there are a lot of people getting in on the debt collection, but I was told that you can buy, let's say, like 1,000 debts for like 7 cents. So if you collect $100, you've already made out. Destiny, come here. My 14-year-old.
Hi, Sonia.
Here's my 14-year-old. Say hello to the camera.
Hi, camera. I gotta talk to you when you're done, Mommy.
Okay. That's what keeps me going, my kids.
and grandkids.